comes to our second panel discussion. It's actually about collaborative approach exploring government training center and aviation company partnership for best practices and career development. In this case, let me invite our moderator for this amazing panel, Dr. Grasmus Kontos, Associate Professor, Abu Dhabi University of Engineering Aviation. A big round of applause to him. Oh, I can hear the energy far away. Yes, keep it up, keep it up. Welcome. And let me introduce the panelists. Dr. Lilit, the founder and managing director. Dr. Lilit, lady on red, welcome on board. Asmaa Nusuairi, the co-founder, 207 Management Consultancy. Welcome on board here. Where are you, lady? She's here? Our third panelist, Chatten, Director of Training and Development, Dubai Airports. Lady in pink. I like the diversity of the colors. Dina Ali, Vice President of Women in Aviation Middle East Chapter. Welcome on board, Dina. We are missing Asmaa. Asmaa. She's coming. Okay. We can start, and maybe when she will come, she can join you guys. Okay? Stage is yours. We missed a gorgeous lady. I'm sorry for that. Let's give a big round of applause for Adeeba. My apologies, dear. Now we can continue safely.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gerasimos. I'm Associate Professor of Aviation at Abu Dhabi University. And I would like to warmly welcome you in this panel. Our topic for today is collaborative approach, exploring government, training organizations and professional organizations, partnerships. And through this, we would like to identify how we can create more opportunities for career development, and especially for women. I have a fantastic panel with me. I will kindly introduce, then we'll start the discussion. On my first left, we have Dr. Lilit. She's the founder and managing director of Academica Training Institute in Dubai. She's an expert of international business management with more than 15 years of professional experience and total 12 awards in professional aviation training and education. She's a very well-established speaker, trainer, author, and best-selling professional in aviation courses in Dubai. The next left for me is Debbie. I will keep only the first names to make it more easy for us. Debbie is an accomplished and award-winning industry thought leader, specializing in executive leadership development, including talent and learning strategy. She's a director of training and leadership development for Dubai Airports. She has more than 25 years of diversified professional experience in several sectors in aviation, and she was one of the first ladies that actually supported leaders to put the A380 in the sky, which is very amazing.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay. Next, we'll have Dina. We'd like to share some things for you.
Okay. Dina Ali Beljaflah. I'm co-founder and Vice President of the Women in Aviation. So now this is our 10 years anniversary. And I've worked in Mubadala Aerospace, Information Communication and Renewables as a professional, basically as a VP. And my background is very diversified, from mega projects to volunteer work and NGOs. So it's a pleasure being here today and being part of the panel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And next left, we have Adeeba. Adeeba is a licensed aircraft maintenance engineering for Airbus A330 and A320 family from Pakistan. And she has more than 30 years of professional maintenance experience. She's a member of more than 8 professional societies for promoting a better future of aviation, and especially women in aviation. She's a recipient of more than 10 international awards and scholarships from industry leaders, including, but not limited to, Bombardier, Boeing, Pratt & Whitney, Airbus, FedEx, and recently she received an award as a 40 under 30 professional maintenance engineering. Finally, she's nominated chair for the Women in Aviation Group, Royal United Society, Pakistan Division. And the last but never least, I have the honor to introduce you to Dr. Asmaa. Dr. Asmaa Nusuairi is a leading expert in the knowledge economy in the UAE and actually an active voice to empower people, companies, and governments to facilitate the transition to Industry 4. With professional experience in MRAeS, but also in government, in the Knowledge and Human Development Authority, she's a featured speaker of the knowledge economy, as well as a well-known author. Recently, she was awarded the assistant professor position at the University of Sharjah in the Department of Business and Management. So we have a very fantastic panel, and to make it straightforward and easy for us, I will set the scene with an easy question, and then we can actually elaborate on this. I will start with Adeeba. So, since it's our engineering. So, based on your professional experience and the things that you do in your professional career, how do you see the future career prospects of aviation, and what actions can we do to support this?
Thank you so much, Dr. Contas and Women in Aviation Middle East chapter, and congratulations on your anniversary. And the thing I do is pretty much every lady in this hall and gentleman has mentioned that indeed it is difficult and comes with a lot of pressure and responsibility. But in order to do something big, we have to feel responsible and do something good. And in order to continue or in order to support women continue and pursue the field of maintenance and continue doing what we are doing, we need their representation and we need awareness. As in, a lot of people still don't know that maintenance exists or female representation in maintenance exists. So if we are aware or clear what we do and how can we do it, by introducing young kids, school-going kids, college people, by having field visits and introducing them to the work, usual pattern shifts that we do, to collaborate with different systems and communities and awareing them and taking it on board. So this is how what I think we can support, keep on doing what we are doing.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Debbie, would like to take a chance on this, the same question, and just open the scene about how do you see your future career prospects for aviation for ladies, and what actions can you do from your professional experience, but also personal experience while climbing the ladder?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Pleasure to be here. I think it's very promising. I think there's a huge swell of young females now looking to get into our industry. We see that in the airport particularly, where young graduates are far outweighing our male colleagues when they apply for roles at the airport. So we are seeing many, many young talents come into the organisation. So I think the pipeline, whilst I've heard today, is, less at the top and we need to focus on the leadership levels. I think there's a huge drive and energy from our female potential employees that are coming into the market. And I think it's about how we harness that and how we capitalise on that, how we market what we do, role models. I've heard that used a lot today already. How do we show role models? Women particularly, I had a colleague that won an award, our SVP in Dubai Airports, Mona. She is an inspirational leader as a woman, female executive member, the first at Dubai Airports. And I think these role models are what young women are looking for. And I think it's about finding these real stories and telling the stories of the women that are being successful in organisations to attract more talent.
Right. Asmaa, from your professional experience now academic, but also while you are working on your advisory company, what are some of the challenges that women face at their first steps, but also while as they proceed in their career of development in the aviation industry?
Nice question. First of all, I'd like to thank Mervet for bringing all these great women leaders with us. Interestingly, I see men a lot, so which means, you know, there is a great collaboration between men and women. To answer your question, I love the word challenge, because if you have challenges in your life, it means you are living. And life is a journey. You will never ever stop from having challenges in your life. Challenges, it's what really builds you, what brings opportunities, what opens the doors for you to learn more and more. Going back to your question, challenges that face women in aviation through my, you know, I used to work as a counselor in MRAeS airline, and my job allowed me to know the challenges that women as a pilot and, you know, my customers were pilots and air hostess, they really face in their lives. So I had individual sessions with them. I heard the challenges that they have, psychological challenges, family, you know, if the woman is a mother and she's a captain or she's an air hostess, different kind of challenges. We have gender gap. Okay, we started this conference like there is a big gender gap, but alhamdulillah, the UAE government is very supportive, so women does not really have that pressure. Weather pressure, sometimes, you know, the job itself is difficult. Psychological pressure, in case if the woman is a mother, when she finishes her job, she gets back to her husband and kids. So she has a lot of challenges, but luckily these challenges are the doors that will open a lot of lessons for her to learn.
Yeah, I fully support this, that any challenge that arrives in front of you, you can see it on the other side as an opportunity to avail it and proceed a little further. So this is a very nice...
yeah, that's only positive people. Negative people will always look into challenges as obstacles and barriers.
Yeah. The next question is for Dina, and just to open it, it's that from your experience in Women in Aviation Middle East chapter, how can we start creating a little more efficient, more sustainable collaborations between government, training organizations, and universities, and other professional institutions that would like to take part in these ecosystems for the future?
Well, the trend is picking up. The government relations with the private sector, and especially us as an NGO, we're trying to put a bigger effort into that collaboration. It seems to be that in the past 10 years, we can see the constant improvement that is reflected based on what we've seen, whether it's local or worldwide. And on the level of women in aviation, we've had a lot of support from the GCA and the Abu Dhabi airports and the Dubai airports companies. So it's on the rise. We're not there yet, but we're very optimistic, and we look forward into opening new doors and creating more opportunities for all of the individuals in the Middle East.
All right, and this is for Lilit. Lilit, as the founder of Academica Training Institute, so you have the honor and pleasure to work with several females, also males, of course. So for what have you seen all these years, what, if we can say, sort of skills, technical but also non-technical, women should try to acquire to better equip themselves for a career in aviation?
Dr. Gerasmus, I would like to first of all congratulate all members of Women in Aviation Middle East Chamber on the 10th anniversary, because 10 years is a fantastic milestone, and especially I want to thank you, the President, Mervet Sultan, because I'm very proud and honored to be a member of this amazing organization. Congratulations to all of us. Regarding your question, 80% of our graduates are women. Most of them are new to the aviation field. So they are already with skills. Even far from the aviation, but they have fantastic communication skills, presentation skills. They are motivated, they are talented. They only need a specific education to enter the aviation field. Example, the courses that we provide, which is aviation sales and marketing, FBO management, or airport marketing, commercial development, air cargo, all those courses, they give them a chance to have a specialization and enter the field. So 80% are women, and they are really successful. They are already with the skills. We just make a career development and smooth transition into the field.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Debbie, related to this, based on your positions in Dubai airports, how we can support more women to pursue more leadership positions? How they can, I believe that you can directly answer because you have seen it climbing the ladder. That's why I want you to open this discussion.
Yeah, and our expertise, the team that I lead, we focus heavily on leadership development, and it was called soft skills, but now we hear more and more power skills. So the behavioral side, not the technical side of the roles. And technical can get you to a certain level in an organization, I believe, but to be a leader, there is a journey that you need to go on, which is leading bigger teams, more experience, and more on-the-job experience, practical experience with mentors, working with coaches that can really help you think about the behaviours that you need to demonstrate to be a strong leader. And so focusing on not just technical programs, but also the power skills and leadership development programs younger in people's careers. So not necessarily having the title of leader. Everyone leads themselves, I believe. The work that they do, they are still a leader. And treating everyone as a leader before they move into where they lead teams and giving them the opportunity to get exposed to leadership development, I think is key to helping us really help younger leaders rise more quickly and give them the exposure into some of those leadership capabilities that will be expected of them in the future roles.
Yeah, fully agree on this, and actually I believe that be able to acquire more behavioral and personal skills will certainly help you to create more opportunities for your career. I strongly believe on this.
I would like to add something. 3 years ago, I developed a program which is Women in Aviation Leadership and Management. I invited the leading women in aviation from all the Middle East to teach and be a role model for those who are starting a career in the aviation field. So Women in Aviation program is one of the best and unique programs in whole Middle East as an example to promote women to enter the field.
Right, fantastic.
Yes.
Related to this, I would like to go to Adeeba and ask, since you actually work in the real maintenance part of the aviation ecosystem, I would like to just make the same questions to you, and what's your opinion and what do you see as options for leadership in the maintenance part?
I don't see so many options because there is no defined path for females, because starting from the scratch, there are no female representation in the maintenance as whole. We are still 2.2% globally in aviation maintenance. Yes, we are so tiny, and this is very sad. So what a company needs and what a regulatory and government has to endorse, which is Dubai and UAE is very ahead of us, especially talking about Pakistan or South Asian region. Organization has a clear defined path, development, mentoring, leadership skill development, and regulatory and government has to endorse and cross-check on these things, that irrespective of the gender, whether the employees are being promoted to the leadership roles or not, because frankly speaking, whenever we talk about leadership roles, like she said, that irrespective of the gender or the skills, we have to have the behavioral skills as well. In order to become a leader, you have to behave like one, and you have to develop leaders as well. So I believe we all are leaders, and this is the built-in capacity in everyone. But how we outshine it, this depends on our organization and the people. And industry mentoring is lacking as well. So we don't have, sadly, that many opportunities, but if we will work on these tiers, so we'll be able to have more industry leaders when it comes to females as well. So, and stop putting unconscious bias, meaning if there is a male and there is a female, they say that if you want something spoken, ask a male, and if you want something done, ask a female. So we have to stop these narratives.
Change in mentality.
Yes.
Yes.
We have to stop unconscious biases.
And I also fully support that to become a leader, first you have to train by example. So first they have to see you to do the bad and the difficult stuff, and then you can start discussing about leadership.
Yeah.
It's not 100% for me, it's not about the title at all. It's how you actually try to do things and motivate people to do. Asmaa, if you like a quick contribution in this topic, we heard Debbie, which is on the professional training in Dubai airports. We heard Lilit, which is on in her own academy. And I would like, if you want to say two things about how universities, because you recently enrolled in this role, and how you like to see universities. I could answer this, but I will be biased, so it's not correct. Okay, so I would like you to do it for us. So, how do you see universities and training and education in the universities will support women and men, but women, to have more leadership roles?
This is a nice question. Since I'm someone who's passionate about education, and it was very clear to me that my dream is to become a professor, university professor. And alhamdulillah, just recently I started my job as an assistant professor in the College of Business Administration in the University of Sharjah. It was not easy at all because I'm a mother also of 4 kids. So I went parallel with 2 things, raising my kids and doing my passion, and plus I had the 2071 business. I think overall, since the foundation of this country, the vision was very clear toward women. Women is empowered, you know, by the father, His Highness Sheikh Zayed, and Her Highness Sheikh Fatima bint Mubarak. Women should, this is the vision, since the foundation of the country, women should have a great position everywhere, in aviation, in education, and any kind of industry. But through my own experience, I was highly welcomed. I felt these people were hungry for someone who has this kind of energy to pass it to the students and give love. And because my role is not only teaching, and I said this to my students, I'm not only here to teach you, ChatGPT will teach you better than me. Am I right? I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to mentor you. I'm here to prepare you for the next level. I'm here to expand your knowledge towards what's going in the world. I'm a role model, and I'm you know, who's following a great leadership, and I want you one day to become better than me. So alhamdulillah, you know, I'm extremely happy at this period of my life, because I'm doing something that I was always passionate about it, education and being a professor in the university, alhamdulillah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dina, just to ask you, what initiatives at the moment from UAE, either of the government or police organizations, are in the process for promoting women in aviation? What do you see from your experience within the Women Aviation chapter?
Well, in regards to women in aviation, I'm also a board member of the MRAeS Aerospace Federation, and so we are cooperating closely with women in aviation to make sure that we promote them and at the same time create a new path. We were just discussing prior to the session on what is the agenda for the next year or two, and how we can collaborate even further to support women in aviation and women in general. And as my capacity as a managing director and partner at Accenture Consulting Company, we really create the opportunity and open the doors to support women in growth locally and internationally. And I'm one of the first to be in the leadership role here at Accenture in UAE. And it's really an opportunity. There is an opportunity everywhere that can be created, whether it's in the private sector, in the public, government, NGOs. There is an opportunity. We just need to open our eyes, get the right support, like everyone has been mentioning this morning. And once you have that right support and the vision, then you can achieve what you need to achieve regardless. But support is also very important. And one of the most important things that I've seen throughout my career is mentoring. You can't just reach to that leadership role without having the right team around you, without creating leaders around you too. If you just leave people where they are and you just take your services and move on, then when you turn back, you will not have the growth in society that's expected out of a leader. And especially as a UAE national, then it's a given. Our leadership looks down to us and says, we are creating you as leaders, we're giving you the opportunities, we have to pass down the light into other growth opportunities.
Okay. Fully agree on this, and I can also say on this that also from academic perspective, universities can actually, especially in aviation subjects, invest more in women, give them a little more challenging tasks, allow them to do capstone projects in several of the UAE industries. And I can only say that I'm less than 16 months in UAE, and whenever I knock a door and I ask for some of my students to go to a company, have a field trip, or at least have a discussion, this door is always open for me. And I believe this is fantastic, and this is something that it should be announced further, that universities and professional organizations and training organizations can actually easily acquire students for internships or traineeships, and especially female students, and allow them to create their characters. To come back to what Debbie said initially, it is very, very important to develop your character as you enter any profession. And as you develop your character, you will see what things are good for you, what things you don't like too much, and make the necessary investments in time and effort for what you are, for your ambitious career. Just to close the panel, and I only have one question addressed to all. You can answer it in any order, which I believe is something that it will stay on the audience. It's from all these years of professional experience, the ups and downs, everything that you saw, if there are a few words, a sentence that you would like to share with our students, which are in the with the panel, what will these words will be? What would you like to give them as a quick advice for their future career, no matter what they would like to do? You can answer it, anyone. It's not. Lily, do you like to start?
Yes, yeah. Sure. Those who want to enter the field, I suggest to start learning, reading lots of books, go for the professional exhibitions, conferences, seminars, try to attend all the major events of the industry. Find a mentor or mentors, go for the industry visits to aviation companies, try to build a network, because this network later will help to enter the industry for the on-job training, internship, or even go for a serious role. So I think better to involve in the professional events of the industry. It's my advice.
Debbie?
All of what you said, Lilit, and I would say the glass ceiling that I think we keep hearing about is only in women's head, and I think it doesn't exist. We've just created our own story around that, and I would say, remove that story from the neurons in all of our brains as females and start to believe that you can do any single role that you want to in any organisation and have the career of your choice.
Dina?
I agree, there is no ceiling. You create your own path. And I would advise students or whoever is got a target in their life is to start planning to that target from an early age. At least I started when I was 7. You build it into yourself, into your kids, into the family. And if you have a target, you can create the roadmap. You learn the right things. And whether you're a mother or you're a student, give the chance to yourself to create that path and just go for it. It's like you plug in what you need to do, what you need to learn, who you need to communicate with, who you need to know, who do you need to approach, who are you learning from. So it's a group of things that you need to be aware that you need as a weapon to be able to reach your target. It's your fuel, basically. So fuel yourself with the right things and surround yourself with the right people, and you should be able to reach your target.
Okay. Adeeba, please.
I would like to say just one thing, that life is 2-point agenda, focus and clarity. First you should know what you want, and then you should have laser focus on achieving it. That is it. And have volunteer experiences by joining associations and communities and societies like Women in Aviation Middle East chapter, and you'll have numerous learning, scholarships and all the benefits. And try to have a mentor around you so that you can have the basic skills. Thank you.
I have basically, I would suggest them with 3 main things, or I can say 3 core values. First, have faith. Faith in God, the Creator, the one who created you. So always has this faith. You did not come this earth alone. There is a God who created you, and He has a plan for you. Your job is to work hard and learn to find out what is this plan, why God created you. Secondly, trust yourself. The more you grow and you come close to 40, you will discover that you trusted everybody, but you did not trust yourself. And hence, you lost all the opportunities because of one thing: you did not trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, it means try to discover the things that you like and you dislike. Who is this person? That was the journey that I went to know. Who is Asmaa? What does Asmaa like? What does she doesn't like? What does she enjoy? And finally, never live a life without learning till the end of your life. When I did my PhD and when I got the certificate in my hand, I was like, Asmaa, this is the beginning of learning. So lifelong learning should be a continuous practice. Never stop learning, because God created you to get developed, and without learning, you want to reach to that high plan.
Okay, I can just say to my students, but that when you find what you want to do, you will certainly feel it. You will feel it in your heart, and your heart never lies. So just do it and don't quit.
And don't forget that you are in Dubai, in the best multicultural environment with lots of opportunities. Don't forget, you are in the best location at the best time.
Yeah.
Grab this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite on stage again Ms. Mervat Sultan. I'm so sorry I'm bothering you a lot, but we have a cardio. It's a cardio. So a big round of applause to the special moderator and his panelists. Grasmos, Lilit, Chatten, Dina, Adeeba, and Asmaa.